Hello Virgo, and welcome to your January 2021 Tarot Guidance. This is good for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching, because we are going to be looking at 3 readings in one. We're going to do general, we're going to do love, and we're going to do money and career. All right, I will put timestamps in the link below in the description box and in the comments to make life easier for you, so you can go to the bits that you're interested in. So I'm Julie Poole, for those of you who don't know me, a professional intuitive psychic, coach, hypnotherapist and energy healer. This is a general reading, guys, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want something specific for you, you can book in with me. I am open for bookings. The link is in the description box, along with the links to the cards I use and your 2021 general and love readings if you're interested in purchasing those, and also the link to the Unlock Your Block program if you're interested in that. And thank you to the many of you that have bought that, and the wonderful feedback I'm getting on how much it's helping you to clear out all of those blocks to get you ready for 2021 to hit the ground running. All right, my darlings, let's see what we've got for you in the general for my Virgos, my fellow Virgos. What have we got? Thank you, we're ready. Okay, so we're starting off with that Knight of Cups. We're taking action on our happiness, Virgo. We want to focus on stability, security, money. We want to come away from what is not serving us. Something needs to end and finish, because we've got this new beginning, and we're going to be using that sword of truth to cut through illusion, confusion, to get rid of anything that's in the way. We'll come for some more cards in a moment, but let's just pause there for a moment. The Knight of Cups, you are taking action. Knights are always about actions, the beginnings of change, right? It starts with an idea, a thought, that then moves into words, deeds and actions, and all of that is building the energy, the momentum towards that change that we seek. And the Knight of Cups is predominantly around happiness. It's about our emotions, our emotional stability. He's riding this beautiful seahorse. He's very protected with his armor and his shield and his sword there, but this is all about cups. Where is my happiness? On the shield, he's got that cup. The 2 of Cups, that's your Ace of Cups wanting to come in. This can be talking about love. For some of you, this will be talking about a new beginning in love. But predominantly what I'm getting for you guys for January is I need to focus on my happiness, and I am prepared to do what I need to do to bring that happiness in. Now, we know as Virgos, as earth signs, that our stability, our security and our finances are important. Our home, beauty, aesthetics, they're important to Virgos. It's not that we're shallow or materialistic, but we are very aware of energy and flow, and we need that beauty around us to be able to just be in that harmony. So King of Coins, this is work, this is career, this is, we know what we're like, Virgos. We're hard workers. Even those of you retired, not working anymore in the workplace, you're still doing various work. You're probably babysitting, helping out your family, you could be doing voluntary work, but there's always this sense of work and authority. Now, because it's with the 7 of Swords and the Death card, many of you are going through this transition in January to say, what is it that I want to do for work? What do I want to do? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? Because I'm in this energy of transformation. We've got the Death card. Something wants to end. It needs to transform. So some of you that may have lost your jobs or losing your jobs, they are saying this needed to go. You're in this transformation energy. For others of you that it's not about losing your job, but you're thinking, is the job that I'm in actually what I want to do? Something needs to shift here, and I need to be really clear. Queen of Swords, the sword of truth. She can be quite blunt. She can be quite cutting, all right? And we can be as Virgos. We see the truth where other people don't. So you're going to be using in January, and I'm feeling this is the end of January, very much that sword of truth to say, what I thought I wanted, I don't want. I don't quite know what's changed, but I know something's changed. And I need to come away from, with that Seven of Swords, the job that I'm in. I'm going to start looking for something else, or I'm going to look to go self-employed, or I'm going to look to relocate and change my stability and say I'm going to be better off living somewhere else. We are shifting. Let's find out a little bit more. Tell me more for my Virgos in January. Of course, January and Happy New Year is all about what are we setting up. Well, that was the King of Swords, almost popped, but didn't quite. What are we setting up for the rest of this year? We're working on our future with that Eight of Coins. We're working on, there's that happiness that Knight was talking about. I want to be happier. I want a new beginning. You want that top one? No, we want that one. Okay, I want to be receiving more than I have before, but that's a very Virgo card. Four of Swords. I'm going to be careful I haven't burnt myself out. All right, I need to regroup. All right, let's look at these together then. So all right, we've got the Eight of Coins rooting down the King of Coins and the Knight of Cups. So you are working on your money, your stability, what's going to bring you happiness and joy. We don't just work for the money. We need to feel that what we do, we're connected to, that the people we work with, we're connected inward, that we feel it's our tribe, that they get us, that we love what we do. That sense of loving what we do, there's our happiness, to feel of value, to feel of purpose, to feel your life has meaning. Whatever that job is, it's really important. And this isn't just about jobs. We'll have a look at that. We're going to come to money and career here, but there is a strong emphasis here on you're working on your happiness and your stability. That Ace of Cups is looking at where is my authority for myself, for my happiness, for my pride in what I do, because anything that is no longer serving me, I am leaving it. I'm not prepared to take it anymore. I am focusing on what is right for me. That Six of Coins there is you being open to receive. Now Virgos are very good at giving, we're not so good on the receiving, but this month of January, as we approach the Aquarius season, this huge energy that we're in of transformation and change and freedom, it's beautiful and lighter, brighter energy that we're coming into now at the end of January. You are moving, you're transforming that energy of I don't quite know how to receive to I deserve it, I am ready, I've worked hard, I'm ready to receive all the good stuff. I need to look at what needs to go though. All right, these three are all about looking at depth at what needs to go, because the Queen of Swords is truth, really using that sword to cut through the BS. We can convince ourselves black is white when we need to, and sometimes it doesn't serve us and sometimes it does. And this is why you are really looking at what needs to transform and being very, very truthful with it. But it's going to bring you to a point where you then need to step back. All right, the Four of Swords is not a negative card, it is a card of retreat and rest and regroup, so that you can then make those changes in February to bring you into what that energy is that's being transformed. Okay, so we can't just work it out and then just do it. All right, we work it out, then we process it. You know, we're Mercury led, we've got to think things through, we've got to process, we've got to make sure as well about the timing and when the timing is right, and that is when then we can take that forward. So January is this cusp for us. All right, there's really good cards. We've got endings and beginnings, we've got stability, we've got more happiness, we've got open to receiving more, but we need to be very truthful and very clear, no more confusion, very, very focused on how we are using January to open up our world to move forward for the rest of the year. All right, beautiful. Let's have a couple of angel cards and see who's with us before we then move on to the other two parts of the reading. Who's with my Virgos, please, for January? Who's with my Virgos? Okay. We've got Archangel Gabriel with inspiration. We've got Hamael with integrity. And we've got Michael with enchantment. Beautiful. All right, so Hamaya, very Virgo card. Everything you do, you're doing with integrity, with honesty, coming from a place of balance, making sure that what you're doing isn't going to imbalance you in any way, because we've got the root chakra here represented by this beautiful, rich red of our stability and security underneath. All right, and through that, we get this balance. The scales there balancing up. All right, so you're going to receive some inspiration. This is third eye. Inspiration, information coming through from your higher self, your I am presence, the divine within you, inspiring you towards that enchantment and towards that magic of what you're creating. And what you're creating is a happier, open, more receiving world for yourself, a more magical world for yourself with this beautiful Pegasus unicorn. Just beautiful. It's not Pegasus, it's a unicorn. He hasn't got any wings, but excuse me, this is Archangel Michael is the power within, the divinity within. This is your highest crown and higher self coming through to bring through that spiritual knowing. All right, so between the three of these, the inspiration, the enchantment, and the integrity, you're going to be receiving a lot of information coming through. And I'm particularly drawn to the way these two colors are mirroring here, the death card and the enchantment, trusting your inner self to guide you to what needs to fall away, and it doesn't feel hard work, guys. It feels like literally it's falling away there with that Seven of Swords and the death card, creating the opening for this new beginning. Just beautiful. All right, let's move into love now. So Virgo, if you're not interested in the love part, do please feel free to use the time stamps and skip ahead to the money and career part. So love for my Virgos. This is for couples and singles. And we have got the dice. The dice has been out a few times. We've got the man with the rose. That is love. That's a love offer. The dice is taking a risk, taking a chance. Some of you are going to be well open this month. All right, and we've got that. Okay, I'm going to take that as well, and I'm going to take that. Okay, all right, so these two, this is why I don't clear the cards underneath. These two are repeating these two. All right, this is the Seven of Swords in the Lenormand deck, and this is the Death card in the Lenormand deck. So you've got them here and they've come out again. Something you need to leave behind. So when we're looking at what needs to die and transform and leave behind, we are now on the love part of the reading. So some of you are leaving behind a relationship. Some of you are saying, I took a chance, I took a risk, and it hasn't worked out for me, and so I am leaving it. All right, some of you are leaving a partner behind. You know that it's been a rough year. You get through Christmas and say, do you know what, let's just call it a day in January and let's finish it, okay? Because the Tower, which in this deck is not the same as the Tower in the general tarot, this represents big organizations, something really stable and really solid. So you're looking at what is solid and what needs to go in my relationships, and that can be in an existing relationship you've got, leaving that. For others of you, you're not necessarily leaving the relationship, but you're leaving behind a behavior. You're saying, I'm just not putting up with that anymore, or I'm going to not do that myself anymore. It's transforming. Oh, they're just telling me some of you are over drinking. I've got some addiction stuff going on which has been affecting your relationship. This could be you or your partner, and that is what is transforming. That is what's being left behind. So you're not necessarily leaving the relationship, you can be leaving behind the destructive pattern that is affecting the relationship, okay? Because this is about stability, and that needs to be there. Now, those of you single, I'm loving this for you. These two together, the dice, this is about taking a chance, and then the man coming forward with the rose, which is a love offer, male or female, same sex, doesn't matter. This is, don't let the gender worry you. This is a love reading, and this is a love offer coming your way. So it could come out of the blue. It could be a bit of a surprise, especially with that Knight of Cups there, right? You may not see this coming, and it just comes forward, and you're like, oh, go on then. I'm going to take a chance. I'll give it a go. I'm going to take a risk. All righty. Okay, so there is options here for you. I want another couple. Tell me more about love for my Virgos, please. Tell me more about love for my Virgos. One or two more. Those two. Okay. So we've got the storm warning and the labyrinth. Okay, so the storm warning is saying, look, you've been through it. It's been a difficult year. You've been through some change and transformation, and particularly those of you who are getting rid of addictions and those kind of behaviors. It's been stormy, but the storm is passing and the sun is coming out. In other words, things are getting easier. Now, this card is equivalent to the Nine of Wands, which is saying you're nearly there. It can be confusing, it can be hard work, but don't give up. You will find your way through the maze. You will find your way through the labyrinth. You just keep going. All right. You've had the storm is behind you now. The worst is behind you. You're coming out into the sunlight. So even though you're not quite there yet, you are moving towards where you want to be. So that's really positive in terms of love, my Virgos. Beautiful. All right. Let's move on to money and career now. I'm just making a note for the timestamps. Okie dokie, Virgo. Money, career, not just jobs, but anything to do with money here. Can be investments, business, entrepreneur, can be pensions, can be anything to do with money here, please. And of course, that for many of you does mean jobs and career. Tell me about Virgo for January. Tell me about Virgo for January. Okay. There's a lot of anxiety for some of you, but we are moving forward and getting back to balance. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So let's look at these that have come out. We've got the Death card again. I leave these on the table because they do play in. All right. We've got this transformative energy here. We've got death and changes and moving into better times. So we've got similar message here. We're starting with the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety, sleepless nights. Many of you have been worrying about your business or your job or your money. Rightly so. 2020 has been a challenging year. Many of you have been laid off, you're furloughed, you've lost your job, those of you self-employed, worrying, and the thing is, my darlings, worry is not going to beget anything other than more worry. It's not going to help. All right, but it's understandable. Let's not beat yourself up. You've been worrying about, is there enough? All right, the Two of Pentacles, sometimes we're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That we're trying to bring everything into balance. We're not sure if there's enough, but there is the Temperance card underneath, which is the balance card. So I want you to bring your faith into yourself and say, the universe will provide. It will. I know it might be scary and hairy. Well, it is for many of you. There's no might about it, hairy and scary. But these are saying this is going to come into balance. We need to allow the fears to go, because the law of attraction, when you're in your head about it's all going to go horribly wrong, that's what you're drawing to you. We need to keep the faith about, okay, it's challenging at the moment, but that's soon going to pass. All my needs are met and I'm in a good place. I want to notice these two twos here. All right, we've got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, and twos are about partnerships, the way you are with yourself, the way you are with others, the way you are with the universe. The Two of Swords is about not being able to make a decision. I can't see clearly. I don't have enough information. I can't see what's coming. This is where I keep telling you about the faith. They're screaming in my ear here. Shouting about just keep the faith. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't need to know what is coming next week and next month. You just need to know that it's unfolding as it's meant to, that any imbalance will end, that any structures that were broken will fall. We are moving you into a better place. You can't see, you feel blindfolded because you are. You can't see where you're going. So we want you to just feel your way and trust. You see the moon underneath here kind of in the background, and it's saying, look, this is what's hidden, what's unseen, what's unknown. I don't have all the answers right now, but I will get the information. And I feel for most of you, it's as we're coming into Aquarius season at the end of January and then into those first 3 weeks of February. This is where the blindfold starts to come off and we start to see, oh, I got it now. I'm getting the aha moments. I know where I've got to go, because the Eight of Wands is about moving forward and things taking off and things going far. This is longevity. So it is there, but you're not seeing the answers straight away. So you may well have been applying for jobs and not heard anything, and you don't know what's going to happen. But they're saying, look, it's going to come okay. Any imbalance is going to be righted. It's going to balance up. Trust, but it may not come straight away. Let's find out a little bit more. Tell me a little bit more, please, my Virgos, about money and career. Money, jobs, career, investments. Tell me more. We've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So, King of Cups represents Saturn. We're in the Saturn conjunct. This energy is moving us through the birth canal into Aquarius, into freedom. And this is all about stability and security. That's what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to, with that Knight of Swords, cut away anything that is just not serving you. It needs to go. You've got the Knight and the Queen of Swords there. Communication, clarity, truth. Everything is going to become much clearer as we go into the last week of January. So I want you in the first 3 weeks, when you're in this, are we okay? Is it going to be okay? I want you to just say, the answers will come. I trust my divinity within me and divine timing, and I trust my inner being to guide me to the answers when the time is right for me to know them. All right, this is information. This is communication. You're going to get some information that is going to help you. What's the outcome, please? What's the outcome for my Virgos for money and career for the end of January then? What's the outcome? You've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is power and empowerment. So we've gone from the Queen of Swords, and we're using our truth. We really focusing on, where am I going? Where is my power? My power is within me. I have the magic to make things happen. I believe in myself and where I'm going, and I just keep moving forward. All right, I'm being drawn to this energy here with the fire on the top, and they're saying trust in your power, your own personal power, your solar plexus. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, know that you have got this. You have got it. You're going to get through this. This is going to be absolutely fine. But there is shifts, there is changes, but it's changes for the better to get you into a more stable, more balanced place than you have been before. And that is where they want you as we go into the dawn of the age of Aquarius. All right, my darlings. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your time and your love and care and likes and shares and all of that beautiful stuff. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell, and have a beautiful, beautiful January, and I will see you soon. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.